steps to get a good thing back. Number one, and I will say this with all humility, men. You, number one, have to understand what you want. If it's a good thing and you know you didn't do right by this good thing, don't go back into her life until you absolutely know what you want. What I find is that some men confuse "I don't want you with no one else" with "I want you back." "I want you with no one else" is a primitive feeling. It's a justifiable feeling. And some of the two can kind of move over each other. But the main feeling that comes into the other feeling is, I want you back. I want you in my life. Not, I don't want you with nobody else. One is driven from possessiveness. The other one is driven from clarity. I want you back, so I don't want you with nobody else. Versus, I don't want you with nobody else, so I want you back. You see, there's a difference. There's a difference. What's driving the emotion? Is the emotion, you are such a quality woman, you done brought so much joy into my life, you done did this and that and the third, that this is what I want, this is what I know I want? Or is it from a place of possessiveness and jealousy? Is it, you know what? I know what you are, and I'm not letting you go. That's going to drive how you pursue. When you understand what a woman brings and who she is, you're like, you know, I know what this is. I know. You ain't going nowhere. And that's going to come into number two. We're going to come into number two with that one very quickly. But again, have clarity about what is driving you wanting her back. Is it genuinely, I want you in my life? I want to be cuddling with you every night. I want to be on the phone with you. I want to be talking to you. I want to be dealing with you. I want to go on dates with you. I want to go on trips with you. I want to create a life with you. That's clarity. I don't want you with no other man. I don't really like spending time with you. You kind of get on my nerves. I know I get on your nerves, but I don't want you with nobody else. That's not clarity. That's jealousy. That's possessiveness. We have to understand the difference. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, assertiveness. Men, I feel like in this generation, we have a lot more passivity. We want women to come back to us. We want women to that's not, God didn't create you to be like that. God created you to have dominion. That's why y'all are competitive in everything else you literally do. Whether it be sports, whether it be your businesses, whether it be entrepreneurship, you were created to have dominion. That's why you fight for dominion. You see men on video games and all these other things. You are fighters. That's your nature. And what happens is, because the world has made it unsafe for you to be vulnerable, you've stepped out of your positioning. Your positioning is assertiveness. You mine. Now that I know what I want, I know I want you for the right reasons. And even men of God, pray about this. But number two, when you get that clarity and God is like, this is the one, you pursue her, she's the one. Yep. You having dreams, visions, you seeing her, you're like, oh yeah, God's speaking to me about this one. Number two is assertiveness. I want you back. I want you in my life. I want to figure this out. Assertive. Men are afraid of being assertive. Afraid of being vulnerable. But if you've already decided that this is a good thing, if you've already had access to her, chances are she's probably waiting on you to be assertive anyway. Right? So you gotta come in with some, like, you gotta tap into the lion. No, I want you back. I'm just as aggressive as I am with any business deal. You my business. You my business. That's how you gotta look at you. You my business. Yep. You my business. You're mine. You don't know it yet, But y'all, I was listening. It was so funny. I had this song stuck in my head. It was like weird because it came out of nowhere. But I know that that's, something that happens to me sometimes. And it's a song by Michael Jackson from Off the Wall album. It's called Girlfriend. And Michael talking froggy in the song, man. He says, listen, he was like, man, I'm about to tell your boyfriend exactly what we've been doing, exactly the letters that we've been exchanging, exactly all that. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him, because if I don't tell him what we actually got going on, he's not gonna let you go. And I'm not gonna let you be a girlfriend to anybody else. He's like, you only gonna be a girlfriend of mine. Only. He talking so, he's a soft-spoken man, but in that song, he's like, nah, you ain't gonna be a girlfriend of nobody else. You ain't gonna be nobody else. You only gonna be a girlfriend of mine, period. You ain't gonna be nobody else's woman. Not while I'm around. Not while I'm breathing. Not while I'm out here walking and stepping on this planet. No. That's number 2. Assertiveness. 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 You gotta be assertive. Okay? You're a lion. You created to have dominion. You better fight like you in 300. There's no woman on God's green earth that has already been with you or already been associated to you, and you know there's a mutual attraction. She want to see you fight. Every woman want to see her man fight. There's no, we love that. We might play, oh, well, you didn't really respect me like that to begin with. You keep going with that, she gone with the win bullseye. She gone with the win bullseye. No, he's not going to go to, I didn't say pop up at the job. I didn't say to do anything like that. I said to be assertive. I said to be, hey, I know what I want you. You ain't nobody going to jail for that, especially not from an ex. You going to have her thinking with that one. She going to be like, ooh, hold up. He ain't never talked to me like that. Yep. Now the song's stuck in my head. Now I got Michael in my head now. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. Assertiveness. Know what you want. Say what you want. Don't be hiding, I don't know. Be assertive. Be like, I want you. What's up? You don't have to say it like that. You say, hey, I want you. Hey, you good? I want you. Hey, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do it. You say, hey, what's up? Let's talk in person. And then you can go talk to this person in person, right? This person in person, and be like, I didn't do this right. I didn't handle this correctly. I didn't steward you well. And I really do desire something with you. Let's figure this thing out. Let's get it together. That's how you do it. Okay. You don't have to jump in the water like that, but you can, I've had people, that they'll say different things like, hey, you want to go on a trip with a woman they trying to rekindle with. You want to go on a trip? Want to go on vacation? Where you want to go? Okay, let's go there. And listen, it works. It works. You could say, hey, let's go out to eat. I really want to talk to you. Again, pray. You want to pray about it, but be assertive. Do not be passive. You let life pass you by being passive. Do not be passive. Number 3 about on that one is taking accountability. That's the number 3. Accountability. Accountability. What does that mean, Sam? That means that if there was a way that you handled them wrong, admit it. Don't excuse it, admit it. Accountability is powerful, family. Accountability is very powerful. It disarms. You ever had somebody like apologize to you and it's like such a good, deep apology? It's like, man, like, I feel that. Like, I felt that. I'm a sucker for a good apology. Apologize. Say, you know what, man, I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. I know your value, and I knew your value then. I just didn't have the whatever that was. I didn't have my mentality wasn't where it needed to be. I wasn't in the headspace. I wasn't this. You take accountability. You apologize. You acknowledge their value, and then you say what you say. You own up to it. Don't well, because you said this, I said that, and that. No, never works. It never works. Now she's like, oh, he done wasted my time. Like, really? No, you come in humble, like tail between your legs. Like, look, I'm sorry. I know what I lost. I know what I did. My bad. I'm sorry. Look at them in the eyes. That eye contact is something. I'm sorry. I know I should have did this better. That's real. That people feel that. People feel that. I remember one time I was in a situation. I apologized to a man that I was dating at the time, and I looked him in his eyes and I said sorry. And I remember he looked at me like, so I ain't never been apologized to in my life. He's like, I've been dating women. I ain't never like that. He's like, that was the most beautiful apology. But again, it was genuine. I'm sorry. I messed up. I shouldn't have done this. Right? So we want to take accountability. Do not come in there swinging for the hills. That is not the goal, family. We want togetherness. Sincerity is what breaks down walls. Okay? So accountability. Number four. I talked about accountability, assertiveness, accountability. Oh yeah, number 4. Have a plan. Before you walk up in there, before you even start anything, understand what your goal is. I will never tell you to go back to some woman you can't consider saying I do to. If you can't see this woman as a wife, don't go there. Why? Why would you do all that? If you don't see this woman as someone you could potentially say whatever her name is, Sally, your last name, you can't see that, or you wouldn't be proud to put your name on her name, don't go down the road. You wasting time. For what? Why put you on the line or anything else on the line if you're not really willing to hit the home run? If you're not really trying to play the game, then get out the game. You're not trying to be in the kitchen, get out the kitchen. Right? If you are in a position where you're like, I want this woman back in my life, you have to say to yourself, am I willing to go all the way? Am I willing to not play games with this woman? If you're not all in, get out. If you're not all in, get out. Don't half step. Don't disrespect her time. If you're not on, don't go back into her life just to say, oh, another 3-month situationship? Another year of undefined bewilderment? No. If you're not willing to be for real, get out. That lacks integrity, family. If you still trying to play games, go play with other people. Don't get a quality woman to play games with. Don't go through all this. Put your ego and pride to the side for a woman you can't see yourself actually going all the way with. You don't want to be played with? Don't play. Either you all in or you all out. No half stepping. Traffic Enterprise says, I'm very serious. He said, blocking your own blessings, missing out on your true one. Traffic, you are 100% right. The Bible says that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, and he obtains favor from the Lord. There's levels of favor that you don't have because you have not found your good thing. You have not been intentional in finding your good thing. There's interviews I've seen even with different media people that we see now that have said that once they got with their wife, levels of favor opened up for them that they didn't even think was possible. And there's the same thing with a woman. When you lock in with your person, there's levels that the Lord will take you to He could have never done on your own. There is levels that you will access in the kingdom and on earth that you could have never done on your own. And some of y'all are blocking your own blessings, maybe from past trauma, maybe from seeing your family do it a certain way, locked into generational curses, not being willing to break those generational curses. Maybe there's people on here that they've been hurt so badly and they, in their past relationship, might not even have been a marriage. Whatever, or you've been around people or the media or what the media has painted as a relationship or a marriage is saying, I want to do life with you. I want to figure this thing out, this thing called life with you. I don't want to do it alone. I want a companion. I want somebody that I could do life with. It's not that scary. It's not that deep. It's covenant. And we live in a world that doesn't like to be in commitment. We don't like labeling things because of the responsibility. I'm tired of that. Responsibility, discipline is that's what makes the world go round. That's what makes somebody a leader, is when they're willing to commit. That's what takes you to other levels of success. Our inability to label something or be committed to something is a detriment. It keeps you from purpose. It keeps you from covenant. It keeps you from God. Stop playing. I know that there was a part of me that didn't want to commit. I ain't gonna lie. Marriage, no. I've been hurt. And God had dealt with me in that. Because God was saying, God had told me, no, you're supposed to be somebody's wife. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're created for. I created you to be on somebody's. I don't know how the king sits. I think the king sits on the right hand. You're supposed to be somebody's left hand. I created your mind, your thoughts, your body, your everything. I created everything, all of it tailored for a man to steward well. And you are going to take yourself out of position because of fear, because of pain? No, Sam. No. Because of trauma? No. I can't let you do that. He dealt with me. But I understand now specifically. And it's a privilege for God to find you the person that you were supposed to do life with. It's a privilege. It's not something that we should run away from. And no. It's a privilege. Right? So again, when you're going into something and you're trying to go back, you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan. Don't go in there without a plan. Don't go in there without intention. As a man of integrity, go in there with intention. Know that if you're going back, you are prepared to take it all the way. If God leads you that way. Otherwise, leave her alone. Let her find somebody that sees the value in her as a wife, as a mother. Let her find the person that will see that and won't play with her. Don't go back into her life to waste her time. Right? So we talked about being intentional, having the plan. Number 5. Somebody said, I'm all ready to jump in the ocean. I said intentional plan. I don't know if I have a number 4. What's my number 5? Y'all, I'm sorry. I had my number 5. All those were really good. Oh, my apologies. Number 5, don't waste time. Don't waste time. Y'all, I recommend you guys to really pray on it and really seek the Lord about it. But when it comes down to it, time is of the essence. We don't know how much time we have. You can wake up, y'all. One of the scariest things that I saw recently was the flood that we saw happen in Texas. Did you know in 45 minutes, it raised 26 feet? 26 feet of water in 45 minutes. You know how much water that is? You know how much rain that is? You know how many lives were lost that didn't know they were going to be lost? Safety is an illusion. Control is an illusion. It's an expensive one. We don't know how much time we have. There are children that passed away in that flood. We don't know. No, we do not know. We can't look at the chronological age and determine how much time we have. Our expiration date is unknown to us. Do not waste time. Do not waste time in getting right with God. Do not waste time in getting in alignment with Him. Do not waste time in being obedient. You don't know how much time you have. And the author of your life, if He's pressing you to do something, there's a reason. And a lot of us, because of our fear, because of our pain, because of whatever we've experienced, we waste time. We procrastinate. We let the enemy whisper sweet nothings in our ear. You cannot buy more time. I don't care how much money you have. You can buy medical care, but that heart stops beating. There ain't much they can do about it. I find that in today's world, we don't realize, we don't recognize we live like we're going to live forever. And we're not. Don't waste time. There's an impact on the world. And I believe everybody that's on here is intentional. Watching me now is intentional. God has given you life. He's given you time. And there's an impact we are all created to make on this planet. And in order to honor Him well and to make the impact that you are supposed to make, when He gives you a prompting, you move. You don't sit on it. You don't marinate on it. You move. You trust and you move. The author of time, the author of your story is telling you to move. And it may not be in a relationship sense. It may be in a career sense. It may be something with your family, with your kids. You move. When God calls you to move, you move. You don't allow fear, uncertainty, comfortability. You don't waste time. You don't waste time. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Let's not just be every once in a while. Let's become Framily, okay? Friends that are family, okay? Join my Framily today.